Hi, my name is Ashley Carrington, and this is my Seussical the Musical proposal. This will be my first official year as a theater teacher, but this is my fourth year in education. I work in a Title I school where we will start out with no money. This is the first time this school will ever have a theater department. I think Seussical the Musical is the perfect musical to do with students who don't think their voice matters. Seussical's message is about no matter how small, you should stand tall and use your voice to make a change. This musical brings great opportunities to have all types of students involved: dancers, non-dancers, singers, non-singers, actors, non-actors. It gives an opportunity for students who are interested in performing or tech an opportunity to try. As for my qualifications, I have had a variety of opportunities to work and serve with various people and students from very different backgrounds. As a result, I am a compassionate teacher who is sensitive to students' unique needs, employs effective listening, integrates multicultural teaching units, offers positive encouragement and reinforcement to keep students focused and motivated. My goal is to instill confidence in my students through performing arts to go out into the world and conquer their goals and dreams. For them to see that with hard work, dedication, and passion, your dreams can become a reality, and to challenge them to seek nothing less from themselves. This will be a way to bring the community together and work to have funds to do more with our program. Marketing plan. I think the first step is poster and flyer distribution. Using fun, colorful pictures and creative wordplay, we will distribute posters/flyers in the hallways to nearby schools, our school, businesses, and living facilities. We will also supply a digital poster for our website and social media. The second step, I think, is adapting our performance to an assembly type setting. So it would be a selected performance for different songs from Seussical at our feeder schools and our current school to attract all audiences. The third step, I think, would be neighboring facility publicity. Just like the assembly adapted performance, we could do the same at local businesses and performing selected songs for neighboring facilities such as businesses or nursing homes to further publicize our show to the community. It's a good way to get people excited about the show, seeing kids perform just a little bit. And lastly, I think one of the most effective ways to get people's attention is through social media. So using our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to publicize Seussical by posting rehearsal pics, countdowns to the show, and updates on our ticket availability. And for my education resume, I have a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree in theater and a minor in music performance from Texas State University. I have my Theater EC through 12 certification and my Core 4 through 8 certification. I have 4 years experience in education, and I have 9 years of theater education, 7 years of dance education, and 14 years of music education. Estimated budget. The first thing we'll need to purchase are rights, and those are about $1,000. We'll need to apply for rights through MTI and do a purchase for scripts for each cast member. The next thing we'll need to purchase are things to build our set, which I've estimated at around $600. $100 for paint supplies for all the things we'll need to paint, and for also painting our unit set, our UIL unit set that we'll be using for this show. $200 for a giant Dr. Seuss hat to build and create that. $150 for all trees and bushes we'll either buy or make those. $150 for a backdrop and possible lighting effects, things that we can't make, but the backdrop maybe we can paint or work around. Lighting, of course, we can't really make that ourselves. The next thing I'll need is $150 for concessions. I'll need $100 to buy the actual food and snacks, drinks and snacks, and $50 worth of change. The last thing I think I'll need money for is $300 worth of costumes. We'll mostly use what my students already own, but since we're a new theater department, we have nothing in storage. There is no storage for theater because it hasn't existed up till this point. So we will use what students already own, but for lead roles, I would like to purchase things to make it a little more obvious of what character they are playing. We'll also need to purchase bird tails, monkey tails, ears for those certain animals, to add to pre-owned clothing. If you would like to check out rights for this show, here's the MTI website. This is my 3D model of what I think the Seussical set should look like. We have our lovely backdrop, our UIL pieces that are painted that we'll use as the basis for our world. We have our giant The Cat in the hat. We also have our lovely trees on the side. And because my 3D model didn't have everything we will need for the actual show, I also went ahead and drew out a set design on paper where you can see other things such as where the Whos live, Mr. and Mrs. Mayor, their little house and the frame around that. We have the bush where the Whos are found, where Whoville is. We also have Maisie's infamous nest on a tree. So those are the main things that I'm looking at for this 3D model and for our set. These are my costume designs, and I would like to start out with the Cat in the Hat. He's off to the left wearing his wonderful Cat in the hat, wearing some lovely whiskers, a black tuxedo with a red cummerbund, and a red messy bow to show his wacky side, some red shoes, and of course his white gloves. Then we move on to Horton the Elephant. I'm liking some gray and blue vibes from him. I really would like a earpiece set that goes around my actor's head. I really like the little messy hair. It gives off that cute little elephant vibe. A darker royal blue plaid shirt underneath some gray, possibly plaid overalls with a gray tail and some gray hooves covering some black or gray shoes. Then we move on to Gertrude McFuzz. I really think the light blue in her dress and the royal or darker blue in Horton's shirt will match really nicely together, which is important. And with Gertrude, she has on a polka dot blue dress. I think it makes her very innocent with her little blue bow and darker blue accents. I really like the blue shoes for her. And her tail has her one feathered tail has a little bit of blue accents to it. Then we move on to Maisie LeBird, who is extra big. I want her to really contrast with Gertrude. She's wearing a feather on her head, and I really like some feathers coming out. Also the feathers for the tail coming down. I think that's really important. And she's also wearing a more fitted than Gertrude's dress, a red dress for Maisie. It's really fitted up until the tutu. I think that should be big, voluptuous, so we can also see the tail behind her. And those are the main characters that I've really been thinking about, but I'd like to share some ideas of some supporting character costume designs. With the bird girls, I would really like them in different colored dresses and a medium tail, not as big as Maisie's, but not as small as Gertrude, and some sort of feather headpiece. With the Monkey Brothers, I would like them in earthy tones, possibly shorts with socks or tights underneath, something that's not just skin, with a t-shirt and a baseball cap with, of course, the monkey ears. For the Whos, I would like them to be in orange and green. Dresses and suits is really what I'm going for. this has been my proposal for Seussical the Musical. I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait for you to see the show. Thank you.